You're saying Shanghai is likely to open up quicker. I don't know, what are the bright spots for Disney at this point and what the timing is?
Yeah, I mean, the coronavirus has definitely taken a serious toll on Disney as a whole, right? The cash cow, their parks are closed, which accounts for about a third of their revenue. The TV networks that would normally be playing the NBA playoffs right now are hurt. You've got the studio entertainment, which is, supposed to be releasing mega blockbuster movies like Mulan that can't be released because the theaters are closed. But there is, this beacon of hope in this DTC unit.
The VT, what unit is that? The streaming? Is that what you're saying?
The direct to consumer. So that includes their like Disney Plus properties as well as Hulu. Hulu has been thriving as well as Disney Plus. They just released that, they're going to have over 50 million subscribers. They might even get to over 100 million this year as they continue to push internationally.
Yeah. So I want to get to Dryden, but just quickly, but is this a buy at $101, do you think?
It's an interesting pick because it's obviously wounded right now. But if we look, what is this stock going to look like in 3 to 5 years? Yes, their cash cow is closed right now, which they've used to fund a lot of their strategic developments. But their direct-to-consumer unit, this Disney Plus and Hulu, has really just catapulted them, and it's way ahead of schedule at this point. So, it is a solid stock right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you wrote to us, Dryden Pence. You talked about DTC, direct to consumer, right, with all the streaming, and that's been the bright spot for Disney. But is it enough to propel this company into a new realm? Right now, it's at 102. What are your thoughts? Is it a buy here? What's the outlook for this company?
We like the company, and we like the company particularly for where we think it's going to be, not necessarily next week or after these earnings, but in 1 to 2 years. Actually, I think the recovery is going to be a little faster than people think, because coronavirus does not destroy dreams and aspirations of children or people. And because of that, Disney really has almost a corner of the market on the human imagination. And because of that, there's no demand destruction by the coronavirus. As soon as they're able to open their parks back up, and they're going to learn a lot from Shanghai because it's a little faster schedule than, say, in the U.S., but they're going to learn a lot of the right way to do that. But there's no demand destruction here. So if the parks are the problem, the parks will eventually come back.
Right. But Dryden, I mean, you're talking about the, hopes and dreams and the Magic Kingdom and all of these things. At the same time, they have intense competition. But we're looking at right now, I mean, you're expecting some volatility, right, Dryden? I mean, even after these earnings, you could see some wild swings. Where would you step in and buy the stock?
Well, it's stepping in and buying the stock. Everybody has to pick their own price. But the point of the matter is that, yes, the earnings are going to be bad. Now, the question is, are they less worse than people are expecting? But I think that if someone has a 1 to 2 year time frame, buying the stock anywhere over the next couple of months works within where they are. Now, picking an exact price, that's up to individuals. But we're constructive about the long-term prospects of this particular stock, and we like it. And you're going to get earnings, and it's probably going to be ugly, but the future is still bright.
Right. Right. I understand what you're saying. You know what I wanted to ask you? When we look at what's going on, I mean, Dryden Pence gave us a good look. Brett, tell me, there's been some talk about Disney maybe trying to get into gaming, because that's one area that they're not in. Do you think that there might be some expansion in that area for them to have some growth?
It's possible. I mean, I think that they're so focused on streaming right now and Disney Plus that I don't think that it's a move that they're willing to make right now. There's also some rumors of maybe like Apple taking the stake in Disney. They need to boost up their entertainment catalog since Apple TV Plus was just such a mess, really. And so I don't see them necessarily making any moves into gaming at this time.
Do you like Roku or Netflix or any of the other ones better, Brett, than Disney?
Well, Netflix is
Amazon?
an interesting pick, but obviously they're just pretty saturated here domestically, and the story for them is really the international, right? And so, and Disney Plus is kind of following their footsteps in that international category, making sure that they partner with other services in that home country to make sure that it's successful.